Hey everybody, welcome in. It got dropped. The new 13.0 update is coming, not here yet, but they have let us know previously ahead of time what we can expect. So let's jump into this and let's see what 3.0 is going to be bringing, and it's good. So, well, it is, I like it. So they start off just by saying, we want to hear your feedback. We hope you enjoy it all. Now, there's a little note from the devs. Now, greetings, Summoners. It's been 5 months since the release date of Disney's Sorcerer's Arena. So they're saying, yep, it's great. We're thrilled it's being successful. They're working hard to make this all better, and they want to make things best. And they're just saying that the future is now coming. That part of that future is coming with this update. And so they're saying that they're going to increase maximum level, giving new gear tier enhanced gear, which is enchanted gear, sorry, which is, what was that? Oh, enchanted gear. This is going to be interesting. And then new ability upgrades too. So now this is one thing I was thinking and I was waiting for with the upgrade of levels and gears. I was expecting there to be a few more level ability upgrades. There are a few character abilities that only go 1 level or 2 levels, things like that, when others can go to 3. But also what we saw with, say, Elastigirl, Mrs. Incredible, and some of the newer characters coming out with leaderships, they're multi-level leaderships, whereas you still have the likes of Ariel and a lot of the others with standard leadership only. I was like, there leaves so much opportunity to add more levels of leadership and other abilities in there. So that's coming, and it says, which will provide an exciting twist on the ability. So I have a feeling they're going to rework a whole lot of characters with these new abilities, and hopefully it gives a whole lot more love to a lot of these older characters that just don't have much love, and hopefully it makes things relevant. That is the hope. I think still some of them need a lot more of a stat boost, but we will get into that. So this is all what the 13.0 is going to be bringing, and this is exciting. So Club Conquest. This is a big point and something that they mentioned, something that they said they were looking at doing, and now it's here. It's going to be coming. So defense teams will have persistent health. That means if you attack it, you lose, you can go back and it will have the same health as whatever you lost it at. And then Conquest reward tiers. So it is going to be based off your club's overall power. So it's going to be in tiers, from the toppest tier, all the highest clubs, the most most club power. So they didn't tell us previously that they were going to do this to club power, but now they've said it's going to be based on club power. Now, I wouldn't mind seeing this based on wins, like a win-loss ratio or something like that, and then you actually verse different clubs all the time depending on your win-loss ratio. I would like to see that, and then eventually you'll get all the top ones at the top. I'd like to see something like that, but we'll have to wait and see. So they've removed the auto registration. Now this was affecting lower level clubs and clubs that just go inactive. People will go and get into a conquest and they just wouldn't have a fun conquest. They'd have other crews just doing nothing, having empty bases, not really fun, just having, well, free rewards. Some kind of people like free rewards, but they also wanted to play the game mode. So that's what this is about. And just to get rid of any inactive players, inactive whole clubs, whatever it might be. Now, defense team placements are now saved for the next conquest. So that's going to be massive. It's currently leaderships, and the leaders of the teams have to go through and set all the bases up. Well, individuals can, but it's better if the leadership that are planning things deal with it, and then they know what the plans are rather than just people putting things wherever they want it. So that is a massive change for that. But also here is the mutators on towers for specific teams or characters. Now that is going to be amazing. I would have loved to see that a little bit more random, but it looks like it's just going to be set towers and set things where you can set your defense to always be on that tower, which I would like to see that mixed around every week. So it's not stagnant, and it's not You know this path. I want to go this path. I want to avoid these mutators or whatever else it might be. I would love to have maybe a little bit of randomness to that, or changing per week at least. But it's something different. I can't wait to have a few weeks of this and see how it goes. So that is exciting. Now, 2 notes on that before we finish. One is that this is probably going to lead people to how much more important this is now to be on a good team. If you are not in a good team in a club, get yourself in a good team or club. Look for a good team in a club, because you're going to want to be there for higher tier Conquest rewards. Now, second point for that is that hopefully that, partially that first point, so hopefully that it will separate out the teams and people won't go up against super unfair, disadvantaged other clubs, saying that some people have super high characters, some have super low characters. Hopefully all of this just gets rid of that, and this will make things a bit more fresh. Now, second point is, do you all want to have... Do you want me to set up an SHD club? Something along that lines. We'll think of some cool name, something to do with strategy and off-meta stuff. If that is something that you want to see, this might be able to create a new home for a lot of people looking for a new club that want to have something good and want to have people who love the game and be a part of it. So if that sounds good to you, head over to my Discord. Drop a comment below, but also head over to my Discord in the comment on the description below, and let me know. I might need to look for some people to help run it, as well as hopefully we'll get a good bunch of people in there. So if that sounds good for you, let me know. If there's enough people interested, maybe we can get that done and hopefully have a whole bunch of like-minded people playing together, loving the game. That's the idea. So let's move on. Now, another little thing from the devs, they're just having a little speech about the enchanted gear and how it's going to operate. And previously, how they're saying that they weren't happy with all the characters sharing the components, that they were feeling like it felt too much of a crunch, that people had to focus on like one character at a time to upgrade. Now they are saying that this is undesirable and they want to spread this out. So what they are doing to improve that is that they're going to have a set factions of gear: Kingdom, Oceanic, Wilds, Downtown Hero, Downtown Villain. All of these things, they're going to have affinity related gear. So you're going to be able to work on multiple characters in different factions to gear up at the same time. And so that's going to be exciting. I'm looking forward to that. And going down further, we're going to get into that a little bit more. So they're saying the level cap is going to go up to 70. So it's going to have 60 to 70. It's going to have gear 7.5. So half the tier 7 gear will be available. Not all of it. And let's go and say there's a little hint in there from Meathead. Don't look at the placeholder pieces. So probably showing up in the future is going to be the gear coming up that you won't be able to achieve and won't be able to get there yet, but you'll be able to look at the pieces and see what they are. And this is going to be part of them. So this is an example of a kingdom gear crafting, and it's saying the kingdom heart shell. So you've got to get the kingdom pieces, the chainmail fabric. You're gonna need a small iron ring. You're gonna need the illusion. You're gonna need dream fragments, and then also the royal pattern and things like that. So things like that is going to be interesting. There's a whole lot of gear: 40, 30, 50, 50, 30. Whoo! We thought getting to gear tier 7, from 6 to 7 was hard. 40, 30, 50, 30, 50, and then 35 of each of the stat-based materials. Yikes. So it looks like the stat-based materials are still going to be for all factions, and then they're going to have specific affinity ones. So that is the idea. And they do mention down there Kingdom, Downtown, Hero, Villain, Wilds, Oceanic, Mythical. So there is that. Now, they do say that we are going to get the new gear from the new Hero and Villain campaign. So that's pretty cool. It's nice that we can go and do that. So that's going to be new farming coming out. It's going to be in-game farming. So I want to do a new farming guide for new players, and then I'm going to have to do a farming guide for late game players, and let's see how this goes. And it's probably going to take a lot of learning as this goes and as more things are released. but I'm excited for some of that, and I can't wait to see how it turns out. Also, unlocked new character abilities. So because of the gear tiers going up, they're going to say, oh, new character abilities are going to be available. So have a look over for some of your favorite characters and see what some of the differences are. And there's also going to be a document in the official Discord, so you can get that from this homepage in the notice board in game. So head there if you want to see that. But also, they're also going to improve. So this is not really part of the level gap. So that's pretty much everything to do with the level gap. So that's great, and I can't wait to see that. I can't wait to see which characters get new abilities, and hopefully they're game changing. Hopefully they update a whole bunch of the older characters and don't just leave the new characters to be OP. Because I'd love to see balance throughout all the characters. That just makes everything more fun, makes team building more fun, makes games more fun, makes it so there's multiple different metas that people can use, and that brings refreshing when you see, wow, look at that character, look at that character. So hopefully we see that. Anyway, carrying on. Let's go. So they've improved the find flow feature. So they're saying, while you're viewing your characters, you'll be able to select more filters, and it'll be persistent. You won't have to refresh your filter every single time when you're trying to set up a team in Arena or any other mode. You can just say, hey, Oceanic, and then go boop, 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 put all your Oceanics in, or whatever else that you're looking for, or fastest, speed, whatever it is, you'll be able to actually put that in and do that. So I'm looking forward to that, things that make things happy. Now, also, a little thing here, Club Dungeon. You can now repeat level 20. Well, you will be able to when this comes. You'll be able to repeat the battle from level 20 when you get to the end now. This is an amazing thing. So many people will be happy for this now. I was actually a little bit... I'm glad for the fix, but I'm also a little bit disappointed. I was hoping that they would add more levels to the Club Dungeon. Since our level increase is going up, we haven't had a level increase for this. Level up the dungeon to level 60, to level 70. And then make the last level repeatable, but make it challenging. Give us something to challenge us. Give us more rewards for doing it, and people will be so happy. So I'd love to see that. Everybody's finishing dungeon as it is at the moment, super early. Well, give us more levels. Hopefully that comes in the future, but level 10 repeatable for now is amazing. Now, they've also said they're going to make it easy to convert gems to gold while leveling characters. So I don't know. Currently, you can buy gold packs for gems. Maybe they're just going to put a little link to that while you're leveling up so you can get there easy. Maybe they're going to have another way of doing it. I'm not sure, but we'll look at the differences when that comes. And then they've added favorite character feature, so you can add favorite characters so you don't have to go searching through. So all that's to do with the finding. So that is amazing. I'm happy about this. I can't wait. I can't wait to see how this all goes. Now, down to the next part. From the devs. Now, they have to put a little note in here about Hero. Say, we're happy with Hero and how he plays in some scenarios, but they think he's also negatively impacting the game, saying that there's too many timeouts and games running far too long, and people are not enjoying this. So what they wanted to do, they've made some changes because people were seeing him in a negative way. And now I'm personally surprised that they're making changes to him already. I'm giving him a nerf. But I'll get into those as we're going in. So let's jump straight down into that. His micro barrier, they've reduced the shield that you gain on it. So, okay, he did gain so much more shield. He gained far more shield than Violet and any of the other shield givers. So I can see that. I can see that being important. But also, they've removed the chance to gain additional evasion, which was previously on level 2. So I want to see if they do something else with that and put something else in that place at level 2. I'm not sure. But that was only for techs. So it's still going to be a full team AoE, which is, he's still going to act like a lot of people were using him. But there was also a couple more changes down here. So upgrades is going to go from magic cost 2 to 3. So in 2 turns, you're not going to automatically be able to have your full upgrade ready straight away. And that right there, I suppose I was very shocked at how low his cooldowns were when he first came out, and he was OP because of it. So I can see how this is necessary. Hopefully that's going to be good, because otherwise everybody else would have had to have newer, lower cooldowns going forward, because that was a new standard, the 2s and the 3s. So I think that's okay. It's going to make a whole bunch, completely change the way he is played, but I'm going to look forward to that. And also, he will not automatically get a turn if he gives it to himself. He'll get haste, but he won't fill his speed meter. So it's going to just encourage others to give his speed meter to other characters, and it's just going to bring a different way of playing, which I think that's bonus. There's no need. That's all just stopping him from stacking so much shield. That's what that's about. So also, his microwave passive has been fixed or changed. That now he's going to have a maximum of 8 charges. You can't go over 8 charges, and then he's going to go off. So that's not too bad. He generally gets off before that anyway, so that's all right. Now they've done a whole bunch of more changes, so this is exciting. This is getting to old characters which they're buffed and changing. So Baloo, they've removed the cost for his passive, which is amazing, and now it's going to happen every turn, which previously was locked behind 3 turns, which is just pretty terrible. He was pretty average, but now he's going to have a healing every single time he has turn. He still badly needs speed. He still badly needs a stat rework, but hopefully that comes. Maybe with a new gear. Maybe he's going to have super speed boosts. I don't know. But he needs something. Big Bad Wolf, slightly decreased damage of Huff and Puff. I was like, what? He also needs better stats. I mean, his damage was good. But to be nerfing it, there must be something more to come with these abilities that is going to make them so good that they had to reduce the damage. So hopefully that actually makes them relevant and not just terrible still. Now, Buzz Lightyear, they've increased the amount of shield gain from his level 2 laser from 10 to 15%. That's minimal. Yet again, with all these things that I want to say minimal, not much change. Hopefully it provides more change with the abilities that added after it. So I'm just going to leave that there. I'm not going to mention it. So anytime I'm saying, not that great, just assume, hopefully, we get better abilities after that will then compound and expound, jump forward from these gains. So Chunk, they've just changed to that now he gets ground pound at gear tier 2. That's okay. That gear tier 2 is not hard to reach. Emperor Zurg, they have upgraded his evil aim to be 30% instead of 10%, which, hey, I'm all up for some Zurg buffs. So that is good. So previously, him getting offense up, you're so much more reliable using Bubbles or Hero or anyone else to give it to him. Now he's going to have that little bit more chance to get it himself, so that's good. Hades, they have increased the chance to get continuous damage. Yes! From 35 to 50, 100% love that. I can't wait for that. Now they've reduced the damage slightly, which is, again, but hopefully, as you know, we'll see. And also, they've changed the activation for his passive, his rage, going from 50% to 60%. So that's more in line of what like Anna's activation. So hopefully that'll be good as well. Although I've been noticing so far, he doesn't seem to be getting a speed boost when it activates. So maybe that's something to do with all these changes. Hopefully it does happen still, but I'm not noticing it sometimes. Now, Hopper. Remove magic cost from what yours is mine, which is amazing. Just like Baloo, he's got an ability here that he's got every so often, how many turns cooldown. When he gets a bad effect, he can then give it to somebody else, one on the opponent's side. So hopefully we will see that happening more, and that'll make him a little bit more relevant if he gets more buffs. And Horn King, more chance for heal block, which is meh, and reduces damage, which is kind of sad, but yet again, hopefully there's hope. Jack Skellington, so they removed the cost of 0, just like Hopper, just like Baloo. He had like a 3-turn cooldown. Well, Hopper's was more, but he had so many turns cooldown, so now hopefully this will activate every time he has a turn, and hopefully they'll make Jack relevant because he still needs a lot. And also Jack Sparrow, his assist chance has gone from 5% to 10% at level base, so that'll increase then, so it'll be increased another 5% whenever you're upgrading it. So that'll be a nice little bonus. And but they've also reduced his damage. It's like it's not like he was OP. He's not no dash. There's no Elsas. So yet again, there's hope. I'm just gonna say there's hope. Kronk removed his magic cost just like the others. So hopefully it'll now just activate all the time whenever it meets the thresholds. For now is going to be from 50 to 60%, which I was hoping it'll be more on like damage taken or something like that. I'd love to see that. That's kind of like a little bit more in line of what it used to be like. So he could actually buff himself and heal himself more often, which would be amazing. So Madam Mim fixed a bug. Apparently she was giving adjacent allies helpful immunity, which was now it's kind of like making her a little bit worse again, which is, if it was a bug, it's a bug, but hopefully they make it better. Maybe that's a coming ability upgrade that actually spreads it at high level. Who knows, but that'll be cool. Merlin added 3 new upgrades to his passive Use Your Head. I can't wait to see what they are. Now, I love Merlin, by the way. I love Merlin, and I can't wait to use him more. And Mr. Incredible, they have increased his Family First passive from 50 to 60% activation, that's good. So it's not going to wait until they're nearly dying before he gets off, which is going to be a whole lot better. Now, Olaf's passive, previously they just say the upgrade just wasn't working. And now it's going to be adding 10% maximum health when restored. So giving him more health when he comes back. So that's good. When he's on a full frozen team with Elsa, he is actually pretty decent. So giving him more health when he comes back is going to be okay. Although, do you need it? Pocahontas, they've lessened the magic cost, reduced the magic cost for her spirit deer from 3 down to 2 now. Hopefully that'll make her usable, but she needs a whole lot of buffs. She needs a whole lot of stat buffs. She is super slow and unusable. So there's hope. There is hope. I want to say that a lot. With all these new characters coming down. Rafiki, same things. His extra attack chance has gone from 10 to 20. That's good. That's great. Okay. Now, hopefully you'll see that a little bit more. But also his extra attack has gone from 10% to 50% on Don't Dawdle, which I think is going to be a whole lot better because previously it just never activated unless you gave him like knowledge or tactics. But Rafiki, another one. Increased chance for Rafiki to gain evade, which is good with all the evade going around. They might as well give it to him a little bit better. It'll make him slightly a bit better, but he still needs a big set. There's still hope for him. Hopefully, when he goes up, hopefully he'll get better. Now, Sally, with hers, she is going to have increased chance of extra attack from 30% to 50%, which is I like those percentages far better. And then increased chance to inflict slow on level 2 upgrade from 30 to 50. Yet again, I like that. Damage amount's gone down because of it. I suppose that's okay. Slow is OP. I can agree with that one. Now, Sally also, they have given increasing her starting magic for the South Zone from 0 to 1. So I'm not sure. Does that mean she was on cooldown before? Possibly. I'm not sure. I have to check back on that one, but hopefully that means it activates faster. Sergeant Cahoon, combat maneuvers now going to guarantee defense down rather than having a chance, which is, I'm all for that. But they've also given damage output reduced a little bit more. That's okay because guaranteeing that was going to mean more damage. So yet again, another one I can agree with. That's all right. But she still needs just a little bit extra spark to be relevant. Shan Yu, this one is more of a bug fix. So it pretty much the description here saying that he was going to give more chance and everything else and more speed meter and all this. it was bugged and not working. That's exactly what they say. So they're saying now it's going to be extra 5% speed meter decrease. And that's pretty much what we were noticing, and that's what we were seeing coming through. So that's kind of just reflecting what the bugs were in the things in game. And Sheriff going to be doing more damage versus shielding opponents now that we're seeing more shielding, Hero, Violet, and touches on all these. And new characters coming out, so Gizmo getting shields, Maui. So he's going to be going from, instead of 10% more damage, which is hardly anything, up to 75%. So actually chewing through some shield. That is going to be good. And then increasing more damage from 25 to 30%, a little bit more. That's okay. Sorcerer's Apprentice Mickey, chance of helping hand from 10% up to 20, and then 5% on upgrading, now to 10%. So it's going to go up to 30% on upgrading, and then more with, depending on how things go, with the future upgrades. And Violet, reduced shield. Everybody that saw this is like, there was a problem with Violet. Now, I personally really liked her and I rated her. Hero coming out with evades and shields, blew her out of the water. But really? Gonna drop her down from 100% down to 75? We'll just have to wait and see. People already weren't using her, is all I'm gonna say. So hopefully there is hope for her with her upgrades in the future, potentially. We'll see. And then bug fixes, which I think a couple of those, like Shan, you could have been there. But bug fixes, Anger's passive no longer triggers when revived by Golden Hammer. Like, just a knife in the heart. Just killing off the Half-Life team that I used to use, that I've been using. Rip Anger. Hopefully his hope for his future hopefully will be good if they are nerfing this. I find it sad though, and I like that team. I like running something that's more aggressive rather than super defensive and passive. So I'm saddened by that. Now Maui's want to get smoked. Now works as intended. Gizmo ducks. Blaster strikes. Blaster strikes. It now works as intended as well. So I have to have a look at that. I can't remember exactly what was not working as intended. But Hades' Scorched Earth now deals appropriate damage to shields, which he wasn't doing previously. He's meant to do more damage versus shield, so now hopefully that's working. And Hopper's What Yours and Mine ability now affects magic meter. I'm interested to see what that is. So I want to go and have a look at that. Now Robin Hood's favorable odds now is activating at the correct percent shown in the description, which is good. And then Sheriff's Big Belly Bully now deals bonus damage, because previously it was bugged. It's meant to do more damage per bad effects. It just hasn't been working. So now that it'll be working. So there's their buffs. We've got through the end. Whew. I can't wait to hear from you guys in the comments below. What upgrades do you like? What are some hopes for the future with these upgrades and these new potential that we might see? I want to hear some theories. I want to hear some what you want to see in down below. And what is your favorite part of this update? Is it the level? Is it the hero nerf? Is it the level 20 in dungeon? You can do it again. Is it the level cap, being able to push further and get more gear, and be able to get gear from Heroes Villains mode? Hey, who knew that was going to be? A lot of us were thinking new game mode to get it, but boom, Heroes Villains mode, giving us reasons to progress. Or is it going to be Conquest? What is your favorite changes? There's so much good things in this update, and I can't wait to hear from you all. So get in the comments below. Let me know if this has helped you. Also, let me know, and subscribe if you're new. If you're here and you haven't been around, if you like the way I explain things, stick around. I do this for characters. I do this for teams. I do this for so many things. So can't wait to hear from you guys. Love the support. Please show me my support. I'm having a hard time with, in the background, things between YouTube and whatnot at the moment. I've completely stopped any kind of monetization. That's all been pulled away, and I still haven't had any money from YouTube. So I'm trying to get all that sorted out. So I'd like to make this a real thing. I'm trying to make this a real thing, but I'm hitting some pretty big roadblocks. So I'd love to hear from you. I'd love some support, but can't wait to see these buffs, these changes in action when it comes. Maybe this Thursday or this normal day for you when the updates come. Maybe in the future a little bit more, but I'm excited. Let me know also. Have a guess when it's going to come in the comments below, and we'll see you next time.